You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Fosters After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Fosters After Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. That is the sound of the Fosters After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV. We'll be talking about the episode tonight. Take Me Out. We're breaking it down, dissecting every little bit and piece. Start off, I'm Jeffrey Masters. Joining me is...
Hi, guys. I'm Jillian Leff.
And I'm Stephanie Giorgi.
The gang's all here.
Yay.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? It was a great episode, I thought.
I loved it.
It was great.
I love you, Kurt Smith.
I love that they did meet in this episode. I was like, oh my God, all this anticipation. How long can it build up for? And in true Callie fashion, she doesn't let him get a lot out. But we did find out that he did not know she was alive.
Right.
In existence.
I wanted them to have at least one more good moment. Like something where they knew that they had it in common. Because the entire time you saw it from his side where I just would want her to kind of identify herself with him randomly and then have it happen so that she couldn't be so angry.
See, I think that didn't happen because then it was an even bigger moment when she read the letter.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. I was telling you guys while we were off air, but I just feel like the way that it happened was so predictable for me because it is the Callie way. I mean, Callie, we know, we love her, but she complicates every single situation that she's in. Right. So for her to be completely dramatic about this whole thing and we get
understood.
We get she's been through a lot. We understand the process. We we understand this is sort of the final step for her to have a family.
Right.
And she obviously has to do it in true Callie fashion, which is the dramatic way, confronting the person because she's confronted before.
So that is a definite character trait of hers. It's something we can kind of expect. Do you think it's kind of too expected at some points for you?
No, because although it was very predictable, they could have taken it in another direction for me. I sort of almost wish that it wasn't a letter. It was maybe her meeting the sister by herself.
The second I saw it, right when I saw how Callie was written, I knew it was the sister. But I like it because I appreciate that Robert Quinn's a good dad. If he's daughter, I need to talk to you about something, Because who knows? Because you could tell when they went there the first time, the dynamic that they had. So I feel like if all goes well, he's gonna be like, no, I just missed out on your whole life.
I just can't imagine that conversation where he was like, okay, I need you to write a letter to your big sister.
No, I bet you it was her own. I thought it was so sweet
idea.
that he's like, I have to listen to my daughter. That's my point. My point is that he didn't forget. He's like, wait, just read this. And it wasn't even from him. It was like, well, your sister needs you to let you know something.
Oh, maybe in his mind, he's thinking oh, this is going to go great. And he's like, look, your sister wants to meet you.
Yeah.
See, when they popped out the letter and we saw the words Callie, I'd forgotten that he had another daughter. And I was like, oh my God, his handwriting is like a third grader's.
No, I knew it.
And I feel like that's the only thing that could have won her over to get her to change her mind. The love of a sibling.
Oh, of course. Well, because she understands. She knows she knows Jude. She knows someone younger. And then for her to say that, I've never had a sister. And, and she seems to be great about it. But at the same time, it's because she's had a wonderful life. So she's like, yes, come on.
Oh, the little sister.
Yeah.
Brilliant casting.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
That looked like the perfect sibling choice.
She looks more like her than Hayden does.
Right.
That is true.
Jude.
Not that we want Jude to be replaced.
No, we love Jude.
Okay, did you guys think it was that big a deal like she did that he wanted the DNA test?
No, that's honestly good that they did that. And like he said, it was the family lawyers.
Of course.
They had to make sure. I think it was, oh, wait, were you saying you think it's a big deal?
I just thought it was weird that they made it such a big deal about it because to me that just is normal.
Oh, you're right. I do think it's
whenever
a big deal.
people claim to be my child, I'm like, listen, I just need a test first.
Right, of course.
Yeah, give me some blood.
Come on now.
Let me, A positive.
Right.
Did you, you thought it was weird or no?
I thought that considering what Callie has been through so far, it's really not that weird.
Right.
You know, I would think that they would have to do it anyway if he's going to sign off. Because look what happened with Donald. You know, they thought that he was her father this entire time. And then, oh, wait, somebody just didn't check her birth certificate this entire time. And it has another dude's name on it.
Exactly.
So for me...
And if it was wrong the first time, it very well may be wrong the second time.
Yeah, for me, I was just... Now, do you guys think that Robert Quinn didn't show up intentionally or he really couldn't make it?
Oh, I think he was nervous.
He was nervous. Also, I think he wanted more time with her before that happened. My whole thing is that he needed to see what their chemistry was without the tension being there. So now that she knows, look at how she's behaving now, when before she was the sweetest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I think he did it the right way. I think he did it on purpose where he didn't show up because he was nervous too, so he just had to find an excuse. But
yeah, I don't think it's the right thing to do, but I think he was still processing it.
Okay, yeah.
And like needed that extra time.
And as a grown-ass man, like it's taking a longer process.
And it's such a personal moment to like be reunited with your child. You don't want like lawyers and like other people to be there.
Because that's part of you. That's your responsibility, kind of.
But also, he wasn't surprised that she Googled him either.
Oh.
He wasn't surprised. He was like, okay.
Oh, well, now
time.
she did it. About time, right. More about time.
You know, like, I mean, after he didn't show up for the DNA testing and she Googled him and she said, I Googled you. I know exactly who you are. He was like, oh, right.
Right.
Rats.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, because they have money. This is the reason why it's going to be so easy for her. Like, all I can hear is him saying, no, I have a year left without having to sign. And if, you know what I'm saying? Like, how else are you going to force it? Like, when she's 18, he can never force her to ever be a part of his life.
Right. And I don't think that he's going to like force her to do anything.
But I don't think he'll sign. That's my point.
See, I think, I mean, granted that it's a TV show that's like throwing so many surprises at us every week, but I feel like he's the kind of guy that will kind of give her the only thing she wants.
Oh, you're right.
Which is to live with Stef and Lena.
Exactly.
It's the only thing.
I think it's going to be a Callie wrench because look at the relationship that she has with Jude. She has this, you know, relationship she didn't know about with this other girl, Sophia, right?
Yeah.
With Sophia, and I think that there is going to be hesitation on Callie's end. I don't think it's going to be Robert Quinn's doing. I think it's going to be Callie's doing.
So do you think Robert Quinn's going to be around for a lot longer than we think?
I do think so. I mean, you can't just introduce a character like this and just sort of like let him go to the wayside. I mean, I just really, because the writers spent so much time having us look at and dissect Callie and Jude's relationship that they wouldn't just introduce this character if they didn't see it going somewhere. And instead of Robert Quinn...
if she didn't stick to her traits.
Exactly. And if they didn't, you know, I just don't think that Robert Quinn is going to stand in the way of her adoption. I think Callie's going to stand in the way of her own adoption because we've seen it so far. Yeah. It's like literally, things happen to her, but... she stands in the way of a lot of her issues.
True. I just can't imagining like him and like this whole process. I can't imagine that he would just want to have like cut off all communication with Callie.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, he's the kind of person that would like want to build a relationship, and I don't know how if he would do that by taking her out of this home. But like, you know, they need money. Like, is he gonna like help them out in that way? Like, I just am curious to see how he's gonna implant himself into their life.
I don't think he has to do much because this is already so much easier than, I mean, I understand that she grew up with Donald, but Donald had his issues. And then you meet this guy who's stand up, sober.
Well, for what we know.
I'm sure he is. Kerr Smith is never casted as anything.
She's bringing Dawson's Creek into this too much.
Right. But,
chill.
Well, I'm just Kerr Smith.
We don't know his sexuality yet. Hey, it's a follow-up to Dawson's Creek.
No, but I'm saying that why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? She already liked him before, and now that's what's gonna bug her the most. That's what she saw, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And I know, besides the DNA test and not showing up, I know like deep down inside, she has to be thinking like, "Dang, he did come out. He did try to find me." The second he found out, he did his own thing.
Oh, yeah,
in true Callie fashion, he did it. Yeah. Excuse me, she did it in Robert Quinn's fashion then.
Yeah.
And when he was saying, "There's
My
no
father,
doubt
my
in my
daughter."
mind that you're my daughter,"
Exactly.
I'm sure she's like, "I know."
I know.
I
She's
knew.
probably thought the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you she knew right from the beginning.
I know. Okay, guys, so summer is right around the corner. Just kidding, it happened. It already happened. How can I look like this? Tell me.
Oh
look
my
at these
gosh.
abs. Oh my God, who's read this?
I actually am halfway through it.
Great.
It's Maria Menounos' new book.
The Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness.
And it's amazing because Maria is an eater. She loves her junk food, but she sort of teaches you how to have a balance in the book. You know, you can still drink the beer if you're of age. and enjoy your life, and do fitness on the run. And she teaches you really fun workouts and talks to a lot of experts along the way, and it's really a great read.
There's lots of great interviews. There's lots of good recipes. There's good working out on vacation.
Exactly. Tons of contributors, celebrity contributors, and right now it's actually still on the New York Times bestseller list, which is amazing. You can find it on Amazon. You can buy it wherever books are sold, and it's definitely worth the cash.
And know that when you get this book and support Maria, you're helping to support AfterBuzz TV.
You are.
Exactly.
She is our co-creator and executive producer, but we know that already.
Buy the book, get fit.
Yeah, now let's go back to the Fosters.
Okay.
I loved the first scene with Brandon and his mom. Just like a nice quiet moment that we haven't seen.
I love that. They
ever.
need more of that between all of the relationships. And I know I don't want to sound like a creep saying this, but they need more touching.
Yeah.
Or is that just me? Or
The families.
yeah. Is that weird to say that?
Yeah,
I just feel like maybe because I come from a very affectionate family, so that's why when I look at that, it doesn't seem real.
I think that's your family and your culture.
Okay.
I think that I have a very loving family, but we don't like walk around like arm in arm, like patting hair.
No, I know that, but I meant like in moments where it counts.
Yeah.
Like, they're just.
Yeah, I'm afraid of human touch, so I'm like totally cool with it.
I enjoyed it. It was the first time that they really connected since his industry. Since his injury, excuse me. And I enjoyed that. I wrote tender in my notes because it was
really
tender and
sweet.
delicious. It was great.
It was like a wonderful way to kick off the episode too.
Oh, sure, of course.
Now I thought that it, like, obviously it was a little when Lena came out. Just kidding. When Stef came out and said like Mike and I discussed this, I was like, how could you do that to Stef?
Yeah. To
She
Lena.
doesn't even realize
God,
though.
her name.
To
Lena.
Yeah.
It's like it's a never-ending battle. I mean, although Brandon is Lena's as
Exactly.
well. Stef birthed him.
Right, and
he
has to
is
talk to
Mike's
his
DNA.
birth father.
Yeah, and it's sort of this very complicated through relationship that we really don't see on television. And I wasn't surprised because she's done it to Lena before.
I
Right.
know.
And they've had the same talk. The reason why I like the show is because you're dealing with like real relationships. And there are plenty of times where me and my boyfriend will talk about something and we think it's resolved and then it comes up again and you have to deal with it again.
Things don't always just get resolved.
Exactly.
That was my point. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the show because you're never fully closing the book on any
Because
scenario.
the Fosters is real.
Oh, that's interesting. I really did not like what Lena had to say though, because I was like, you're the parent, it's your choice, like it's your job to tell them like what's best for them until they're 18.
Yeah.
Like do not make him take the surgery.
Please, my parents still boss me around. I'm
here's
25.
the thing though,
Where'd
but
yours
Lena's so good about how let me just give him some support so that he doesn't feel like he has to go against what someone's saying. Every person at that age wants to feel like they're their own person so they can make their own decisions. Lena made it so that if he regardless of what decision he goes, it's his.
But do you think that she actually wanted him to get the surgery, or she just wanted him to make a choice?
I think I think she wanted him to make a choice, and that she understood like what the circumstances were. And it is what it is.
I think that it's you're a parent and you say you will not get the surgery because you could lose all nerve function.
Well, then that sucks. So then Lena just did it to piss off Stef.
To get back at her.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Lena's always been the free-spirited person. I think that that's truly what she felt, and she just needed to voice it. But it worked. I promise you that's the only reason why he's like, I think I'm going to wait. Well, no, it has to do with Lucy.
Well, yeah. Lou, who we met in this episode.
Lucy.
Lucy Lou.
Was that actually her name, or is that like a racist joke?
No,
because I love racism.
No, they call her Lou or Lucy. Her real name is Lucy, but they call her
that's
Lou,
cute.
and that's why when she was first introduced, Brandon thought Lou was a guy until she started playing, and that's why he had the hair in the wind, slow moving moment.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, see, he was wearing a hat. I just was confused.
She had very luscious lips and long.
No, actually, that like Lou
flowing
was gorgeous.
hair.
Yeah.
I was like, where'd they find this girl?
I really think that she sort of captivated him. He was
Talent always does.
Yeah, I mean,
talent and playing hard to get. She knows. She said like bossed him around and walked away.
No, that was just her being pissed. So that's good. Her not even thinking about it is what got on.
Well, how dare Brandon like critique their performance?
Because the other guy asked.
Yeah, you still say you were wonderful. I promise.
Well, no, because then she came up and was rude from the beginning when she could have like fallen back for just a second. And especially if you're an up and coming artist, why don't you take the criticism so that you can get better?
Because I don't think you would want to take criticism from like some random kid in the audience. Had they met before that?
They hadn't, but that's my point. She could have said it more gracefully, but since she had Tude right away, that's the only reason why he rebutted with more. He snapped back.
I guess in my mind, like when I go to friend shows, like music theater or whatever,
You
like
did
I'm
so
not there to like give
great.
like critiques.
Well,
Right,
the whole,
well, yeah, but
the whole
that's-
thing is Matt pushed him. Matt was like, no, tell me, like,
And
you're
you're
a
a
talented
musician.
musician. Tell me what you really think. And that's what started the train moving. And for her to just come up, I mean, I felt a little sexual tension.
Absolutely.
Veiled in anger.
That's the best kind of.
Yeah.
And it's the best. It's a perfect reason for him to learn like pop piano music.
Exactly. Well, and to realize that he's just a musician. He doesn't have to be a classical musician. There's no varietal. Just go for it.
That's a great point.
So
Exactly.
I ultimately think that Lou had something to do with the fact that he doesn't want to get surgery now. And I appreciated
sure.
Lena and Stef having the moment where they came together as parents.
Right.
And told him that it is your choice.
And then
Yeah.
it made it that much easier. At least he was able to voice it. So now that Steph and Lena can calm the F down.
And I think that he's been wanting to like make really like reckless choices too, because he's in that moment where he just doesn't know what to
And this
do.
is the
just wants
first
to-
little piece of motivation that he's had in how long?
Yeah.
Hopefully Miss Callie girl will back up.
Oh, yeah. She was like stage 5 clinger at the
Yeah,
club.
stage 5 clinger. And when have I wanted to be like, Callie, when have I ever seen you on his arm? Ever.
She was like,
Ever. So I want to be with my brothers and sisters. Cool. Get off your brother then.
You tell her.
Gosh.
So do we think that Brandon and Lou, obviously there's building up
Yes.
some tension there,
Yeah.
but Mariana and Matt?
I hope so.
That will too, because he's putting her in her place also.
Is everybody
'Cause
going to
he's-
date the band?
This is the best part. Since he's not white, sorry, he, he's gonna say like, "What's wrong with your culture?" So he's understanding her. So like, anyone who, I'm sorry again, anybody who's not white, we're like on the same page. Minorities, it's okay. You guys are Jewish, right? Don't you guys count?
You are the whitest.
I am. I'm so.
we have the resident Latina here. It's
Do
okay.
you know what I mean? No, they have each other's back, and
Is
so
your
he
last name
appreciates it,
Italian?
and he wants it is.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
from like I don't know when. But
So maybe Matt can convince Mariana to dye her hair back brown.
right, no, he will.
Here's
Because
hoping.
he
No,
wants,
I like it like
he
that.
wants to embrace her culture and who she is instead of this like wannabe girl.
It's like impossible.
out.
And also, just for the record, we're not racist.
We're not
okay, I am. They're not. It's impossible to like feel that way on the show because of all the different like nationalities
Yeah, of
mixing up.
course.
I love
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's one of like obviously it's one of like the prized gems of like the show.
Right.
The show.
The show.
So I would love to see Brandon joining the band.
Me
Yeah.
too. Or do something. Maybe he can help them write, make
Yeah.
the music better.
Also, before we finish talking about Lena
Yeah,
and stuff,
please.
I made a note because I laughed pretty hard when Lena walked into Brandon's room while she was listening to music.
Oh my god, with the blanket.
And her baby bump was covered by the blanket.
How
So, Foster fans, I have a challenge for you. Next episode, we're all going to be using the hashtag baby bump watch. And we're going to call out every single time they hide Sherry Som's baby bump because I think it'll be a fun game.
That's a great idea.
It is.
So stay tuned for
I got all of them.
Yeah, this episode
There's
she was
the
like behind the
laptop
computer.
one. Yes. She had her bag in front of her because she had just walked into the office when Timothy was talking to her.
Yeah.
I see you, Lena.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Hashtag baby bump watch.
And we'll take a
Get
shot each time. Just
Hashtag,
kidding.
oh my gosh, you know
Wheatgrass,
what? Things
duh.
are going to stir up more because she's going to be hormonal.
Yeah.
Lena's going to start going nuts.
Do you think that they're ever going to be able to use her actual baby bump as the show's baby bump, or will those timelines not collide?
I
But
actually,
they already finished, so yeah. Then they wrapped already.
Yeah.
they must.
There's going to be some time during this season
Maybe they
that
filmed her
they're going to
actual
go ahead,
birth.
months ahead.
They filmed her actual birth. For the
Oh,
scene.
stop it.
Just
No,
kidding.
I mean,
Oh my god, 2 of them are coming out.
besides all of that,
They
besides
can
her baby
reshoot.
bump, we
Okay, take.
we saw Timothy this episode, which we didn't see last.
Right.
And
I
all
want
the
to talk about him.
and all the drama that follows with that. So, what do you guys think? Like, what's going to come out of this? I mean,
A baby.
Well,
Yeah.
well, obviously, but he has not agreed to sign the paperwork. So, what
He
does this mean?
hasn't. And how different did his persona look in that scene?
Yeah, he was just
Persona and his look. He looked rough.
He looked
He
super
did look
rough.
rough.
He's usually
Especially
like a little more
now that
buttoned
she's
up.
pregnant. He's like, dang, you got pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He needs to be
He's
taken her
like,
to the
"It's my
doctor, like
kid."
paying for tests. Like they need to split medical bills. I just think like does he really want to give himself? He's gonna have to be with them for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like they'll never get rid of each other.
Well, that's why he wants to have this professionalism with her, and I mean that's understood. I just can't believe that Lena was like, "No, you can't be a part of the baby's life."
She said that?
Didn't she?
I
That was the whole
remember that.
agreement.
Listen, we have no idea what's happening with this.
Yeah,
I don't
because they
think-
were trying to do
yeah.
a closed thing. Yeah, the last season they did that.
I think that it's going to be the most complicated family television has ever seen.
I know.
I think it already is.
Ish is gonna go.
Let's
down.
add another layer, writers. Let's just, whatever. Let's bring another guy into this that
We'll bring
now.
another girl in it.
So now he's also picking the new principal job, which she has
He's
thrown
on a
her hat
board,
into.
right?
Yeah. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh, is she? Who? She's married to a woman. Who is her
Oh
baby daddy?
wait, you know what?
Oh, it's me.
She found out that she was pregnant last minute. Do you think Timothy knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does for sure.
I'm pretty sure we covered it last season.
yeah.
That
I
he
think-
does know for sure
yeah,
that she is.
yeah,
and it
I
was
think
just
he
that he
knows.
didn't sign because she found out the last episode.
Yeah.
When did they talk?
I'm pretty sure he has to know.
I don't know, fans. I'm on my phone right now, so
Yeah,
tweet me if
let
you
us
know.
know. Okay.
Or call me.
No,
My number's not.
no, tweet Jillian right now.
Yeah, let me know because I know you guys are watching. Thank you.
I think that he knows, and that's why she said like is like the
donor.
conflict of interest.
The donor, though, that's the thing. That's an oh, geez, Louise.
Because also there wouldn't be a conflict of interest if she wasn't pregnant with his baby.
no one else knows that.
Yeah, none of the staff knows.
No.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know.
that will be-
That part that's gonna be so bad.
You're right. That's gonna be a big deal.
That's gonna be so bad.
Well, we got 9 months in the oven, so
Right.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
drama to happen until then.
Oh my god. Okay, so while we're in the subject of Steph and Mike having their confrontation, and there's like little breadcrumbs about Anna popping in and out. We still do not know what happened to her. We don't know who the blood was on his hands. All
Right.
signs are pointing to Anna, but that could definitely not be. Or is
I'm
it just too clear?
I'm gonna say that because it's pointing too much to her, they will not let it be that predictable. Or because it is, we're all gonna be thinking what I'm thinking, and then we're like, oh my god, no, he really did kill her.
Yeah, but didn't you think when after Steph and Mike had the conversation in
His
the
face
house,
looked terrified.
his face, I mean, it seemed like he was lying to her in conversation.
He was
about the
lying-
bar fight.
right? But he was.
I
Well,
agree.
that was a lie. The thing is that when he came out, for sure we know that he lied about talking to her because he said that he didn't even see her. So that could
yes.
easily just be the fact that he lied at that part.
Yeah.
Do you think so he was like belligerently drunk, right?
Right.
Because I'm trying to think about like what Dani Nucci would be able to like beat up a woman with his bare hands and kill her. Is
Yeah.
it like if he's drunk enough? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Jillian's not surprised.
I hope not kill her. I hope that
Anna
hope
is a
that
little
some junkie
nuthead.
got in the way, and so he started fighting. I think that he probably did get in a fight with a dude. But while Anna was there, like
Or
someone,
maybe-
maybe someone was trying to defend Anna because they just see this like hopeless woman, and Dani was in her face, and
Yeah,
then
but
he got in a
then,
fight.
but then whose body did they just find? Like it was
Anybody,
sort
'cause
of dropped
it
into
was-
the episode.
It was
We
a
haven't
halfway
seen the
house.
police chief yet.
Any
She's
one
a
of the
female.
people from the house.
Oh, that's true.
They could have any crackhead. Come on now.
Any crackhead.
God.
Hashtag any crackhead. Yeah, I mean, all signs. I'm doing really well tonight. All signs are pointing towards Anna, but I don't know if it's like. I don't
That's
know.
deep. That's
The blood is
heavy,
on Dani
and that's
Nucci's hands,
dark.
literally.
I doubt that they'd put something that dark. Him murdering somebody.
Oh my god.
That's too dark.
Okay, wait. While we're on the topic of Dani Nucci and Dani, the character, let's just jump into predictions, not the full thing, but just you said something great while we were watching the preview for next week, and
we have
Brandon
to mention
said,
one thing though before.
"Oh no, like we'll go
Oh,
back.
we'll
it's
go
fine.
back,
I don't
okay.
care." Brandon said, "I have to tell you something."
Yeah, I think it's about Dani having sex.
Who would he tell?
I think he
was
told
talking about-
Callie.
I think he was telling Callie. He was talking to her.
Yeah, I think he told Callie.
I'm nervous about that info getting out. I kind of
Me
want him to like
too.
write it in a diary and forget about it.
Is that what we did when we were younger? Is that what diaries
like,
are
get it
for?
off
Do
his
we get it off
chest.
our chest
I
and
don't
just
know.
tweet it
I don't know,
out,
Steph.
baby.
I wasn't having sex with 35-year-old
No, I
women.
know. I'm talking about the whole use of a
Where did you
diary
drop?
though.
Why not?
I don't know.
I just really don't want that. I don't want to deal with
She's
that.
just so sketchy. I just don't understand how you're gonna be on Dani's jock, or excuse me, Mike's jock so hard, and like
She
do it
needs
with
to be a
his
little
son.
bit nicer to Steph.
No, but she's just on something else. What a cuckoo.
Yeah, she has cuckoo bananas. I don't know. I did appreciate though how she didn't meddle. She kind of said to Stef, you know, you really need to ask Mike about this. Like she didn't sort of stick her nose into it deeper because she already knows that she is in deep.
Exactly.
I mean, she slept with her son.
Adult. Yeah.
Come on. And he's 16, which we found like it just clicked in this episode.
Oh,
like,
right. 16.
Yeah, 16 years old. I
If
mean,
Callie finds out, more people will find
yet.
out.
Yeah.
Not that
Oh,
she's
yeah,
like
they
a little
told
like
us that,
snitch, but like when somebody knows, like it just happens.
Yeah.
Well, we already know Callie's jealous, so she might get even extra jealous.
Oof. I don't know. I'm nervous for that. Okay, so little Judicorn. It was not a good episode.
Oh no,
Guys touch each other's like backs, especially when they're that young and nothing's like sexual about it. That father's reading into things.
I was so sad.
I know. Also, it's sad because he
you
doesn't
know why?
know.
It's because Jude didn't go like, it's all right. Sorry, it's all right, buddy. He was like,
Yeah, because Jude is sensitive.
he is. That's so sad.
And he's a child.
He said that if I was gay, would you come spend the night?
And we didn't get a reaction. It's just sad to me because he has not figured out if he's gay yet. He hasn't said it. He's still like, you know, figuring things out. We know that like something is like out of the ordinary.
Right.
I mean, that sounds like horrible, but you know what I'm saying. We know that he is questioning
There you go.
things
That's
about
it.
his sexuality, and for them to already be making judgments before he has like put it in full words and labels.
But I appreciate that he questioned it because I mean, look at him, this 12-year-old kid that he's faced with sort of this inner thing that he's dealing with himself.
Yeah.
We really don't know what's going on. He's not really saying that he's gay. He's not saying he's not. He's just sort of exploring his sexuality in front of us. And for him to say that, I thought that was really adult of him. So adult to be like, well, you wouldn't sleep over if I was gay?
Well, because the second that it was said in that way, he did identify himself to it. Like, wait, but that might be a possibility. So what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel bad because I remember being in a position where that was like, I used to think the same thing. I'm like, gosh, but if I had kids, would I let them go over there? Because I don't think I would want something like that happening. And then my thing is that I just feel that this is the perfect time where parents should just talk to their kids like, just if you're not, then don't do it.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's on the kid to say no. You know what I'm saying? Like things don't just happen. You can say no. You can you can use your words.
I just don't like Connor's dad. He just rubs me the wrong way.
Well, because
The
he's your
whole
typical
critiquing
dad.
of the
He's
baseball stuff.
Well, that was the writers were letting us know this is the type of dad he is, so
Yeah.
that we could accept the fact that he's going to say
Yeah.
you can't go over there anymore.
I was really surprised by the line, my dad thinks you're gay. I know you're not.
Yeah.
I thought the whole time Connor was kind of like, maybe not like in on it, but just had like hunches, but didn't care. And so I was like, oh, wow, he really doesn't think he's gay at all. But
That's my point, though, because that I thought the exact same thing, because then he just was like, oh, no, my friend just likes to paint his nails blue.
And also, though, like, are kids identifying themselves at that age or even questioning their friends about that?
And I want to say, yeah.
What are they,
and
middle
I want to say
school?
that if Connor had the balls to paint his nails too, I feel like he came from parents that were like, no, that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what grade do you think they're in?
Well, he's 12,
They're seventh.
so middle school.
7th.
Yeah, it's not high school, but I remember one of my dearest friends came out when he was a freshman in high school, and I went to high school in 2003 or 2004.
Yeah.
So that was different. Like, he was one of the only gay kids in our school that was open and out about it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Plenty
God.
of people came out, when they were in college.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say in middle school. This kid who was
But I'm
just
sure-
clearly, oh my goodness gracious, and he was just like, no, I'm not, and in that way,
I just don't even remember like thinking about like anybody in that like
No.
sense.
right?
Like people like throw around like slang words and like there is
Yeah.
no meaning behind it.
There's so many other things that are going on at that age. I mean, you're going through puberty. There's all of these changes.
Connor did.
Yeah,
You hear
oh
his
my
voice,
God.
it
I
was
know.
like,
His voice
his
is so
voice
deep.
I'm still waiting to go through it. And I'm also, I mean, it's also like, I'm not saying it's like San Diego, but it is like, 2014. Like,
And I'll tell
things
you
are
this right
happening a
now.
lot
I'm from San
faster.
Diego. It's not people. It's
Is it liberal?
It's unbelievable to me how still undiverse it is.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh my God. Of course.
So the foster house is not representative.
It's not representative. I don't
Okay.
think so. I mean, you'll see different diversities, but it's like there's probably like 4 main cultures that you're gonna see mostly in San Diego. And I remember coming back from San Francisco. This is in college, and my friend's like, "Oh, is there a lot of gay people up there?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, was that a real question?" It it blew my mind because at that point I remember feeling like grown. I felt like an adult, and I had experienced that, and I've always been so open and just a part of everything, and to have come back and to hear some of the things that people said about San Francisco was gnarly to me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
California has such like a massive difference between the big
cities. That's why there's NorCal and SoCal. We're like two different states.
You should split.
Uh-huh.
JK.
No.
Okay, we got to touch on Emma and Jesus. There was a lot of Jesus time going on in the back of the car. I thought they got into that really fast. They didn't ask my opinion.
I'm so happy Jesus said what he said because she was bugging me the whole time too, and they made that evident in the episode because she was over the top.
And even Mariana commented in the beginning of the episode, like,
I think
does it even really matter if you're there? Emma's going to do what she wants to do anyway.
Exactly.
It was a very mature, very forward conversation. I was like, I don't know that I would be like, probably like a little more passive aggressive, but yeah, and it was like interesting.
I think it's true. I have to say that my brother, to compare his two last relationships, I was like, well, what's good about the other one? He's like, this last girl, she was so smart and she knew everything and she was great. And this new one, she's kind of dumb, but she has street smarts. I just like it, though. I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't want a smart girl. It's like, well, it's not that she's not smart. It's just that, God, everything I would say, my last girlfriend would correct me every single time. And it was frustrating. And I guess some guys just don't like a smart girl. They really do want the dance.
Emma's always proving herself. She's on the wrestling team.
Yeah, but she's on a mission where it's like, relax, dude. At the end of the day, you're in high school. You are equal to everyone. You're fine.
It's funny because Emma is controlling sometimes, but she's not other times. Like when they were hooking up in the car, Jesus was like, don't you want this to be with like I feel weird that we're having sex for the first time in a car. We shouldn't be doing this here. And she was like, it's okay. I don't need the flowers and the candles and the music. Like, I don't need any of that. Yeah, but really, that's what she wants. I think that's what she wants.
Oh, well, I think that she's being too, like, this is her issue with being, trying to be so much like a dude. It takes away from her feminism. Not that that's exactly wrong because, I people view me that way sometimes as well. But I don't know, like just have some, I don't want to say have some class, but I feel like Jesus just had Lexi, who came from a Latino culture. I'm sorry to bring this up, but this is someone who was just very about like her guy, and then now she has this other girl who doesn't make him feel like a guy. She's making him feel like a little boy. Slower. He's like, okay, cool. So you're telling me I don't know how to.
Yeah.
She's also like tutoring him, like
that's
being
a
his little
lie.
mama.
And he's kind of right. It's like you're dating yourself because she's like, you look good. Now just be exactly how I want you to be. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know that that's that uncommon.
True.
So do we think that they're done for good? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no. She'll just have to like relax, calm down. Don't be such a dude, especially in situations so sensitive like that. I know it's 2014, but you're still in high school. It is not something to be held lightly.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think that's a perfect segue into predictions.
Yeah.
Word.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I love our blinking lights. Never get old. What do y'all think?
Starting from Robert Quinn, I'm really excited. I think that they're going to bond, or they're going to bond one more time. They're going to be cool. I think the three of them are going to go out.
Okay.
And I think that Callie is going to trip the F out when she's like, oh my God, these are like my twins.
Okay, I like that.
I don't know.
I think that'd be a great scene.
Yeah. And then hopefully Brandon makes out with Lou next.
Oh, next episode. Girl,
Jeez,
we
you're
gotta build
moving
some
fast.
anticipation.
Hey,
We have like 20
Brandon
episodes
needs
left.
Ow.
He needs it. He's
We
in
gotta get them
stress.
together in time to break up like 9 times.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Talia come in and break them up.
Oh my God, Talia's gonna return at some point. Oh wait, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm so nervous. Rosie O'Donnell is coming back this episode, but that means that someone's going back to the house, maybe with Callie.
No.
How is she gonna return, like in a nice way that doesn't equal drama for everybody?
Rosie O'Donnell's good.
I don't know.
They'll find a cool way.
I'm nervous.
Maybe.
Let
Well,
me know what you think.
Okay. So my prediction,
Please.
maybe about Rosie. So Rosie has been sort of a mentor for Callie. So maybe Callie goes to Rosie for advice on Robert Quinn.
Sure.
That's a great idea.
That's really what I'm thinking. But other than that, I mean, we're really excited because next week we're going to have Caitlin Carver,
Yeah, we are.
who plays the captain of the dance team.
Yeah, the girl that's dating the college boy.
Exactly.
I think she's a big episode next week.
She does. I mean, from what her PR people tell me, she's got a big episode coming up. So we're really excited to have her in the studio.
So she's in the gym with Jesus.
Did you just
He's
see me?
newly single.
I just said, right when I said, he finished it. Thank you for
I'm
Oh my
got
God.
my
you.
head.
I hope she causes so much trouble. So yeah, we're really excited to have her in studio. So if you want to tweet us questions during the week for her,
Yeah, it'll make our job a lot easier.
exactly, on any of our Twitter accounts. If you're curious, just let us know. But besides that, I think that I'm going to stick with my prediction from earlier about Dani and Brandon and Callie, and how Brandon tells somebody else about what happened between him and Dani. And it's going to cause some tension.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's, I have something to tell you, Dani, I'm in love with you.
Oh, what if he tells Jesus? Because they're
Oof.
brothers. That's something we need to see too. Like, why wouldn't you tell your bro? Guess what happened?
The little girl talk.
Guess
No,
what
I don't think
happened?
so. I'm
don't
like
think
still
so.
waiting for Dani to be like, I'm pregnant.
Oh my God. That
I'll
would ruin my
cry.
life.
I know. Me too.
What do you think?
I don't know what I
Lena's
think.
gonna be like, he get a baby before me.
I think that we'll still find a lot of more creative ways to hide the baby bump. I think that Matt and Lou will provide a lot of like sexual tension that the show hasn't had in the past
Yeah,
episodes.
Mariana needs that.
Yeah, now
Yep.
they're in high school. You know, their hormones are raging. I'm excited for that. Specifically, I don't know. It's a prediction, not a prediction, but I'm curious to see how Robert Quinn plays out. Robbie Q, baby, in the house. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Until next time, where can we find you guys?
Find me on Instagram at SteffiG47, and please follow me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, Giorgi.
You can find me on my Twitter at Jillian Leff. You can find me on my Instagram at Leff. And I'm hosting the new ABC Family show Mystery Girls. It airs
right.
Wednesdays, and I believe we're taping at 8 p.m. So look out for that.
Also, I have one on Wednesday for Graceland, USA Network. It's a cool agent show.
All right, guys, and I tweet from Jeff Masters 1. We will see you next Monday night.
From
Bye-bye.
executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.